Alrighty, guys. Well, welcome, guys. It's currently 2:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are just currently waiting for Samsung to start their Samsung Gear press conference. So, it's their press event that's happening in Berlin right now. So it's supposed to happen around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 1900 CST, but looked online, so it should be happening any second now. So we're just going to be waiting for that to happen. So once again, I was reminded by a subscriber that that this press event was going on, so I'm coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and allow for some of you to start joining in, so we can get the conversation started with everyone. So we're just going to go ahead and just let this go for a little bit here. But let's go over what I am looking forward towards this event. So a lot of you guys have obviously noticed that, you know, the last press conference obviously left a pretty sour note in my mouth because of I was a little bit disappointed in their Note device as well as their presentation, and then they finally announced that, or showed a teaser image of what the Gear S2 would look like, and it was that round design, and they actually put it up on the website officially, and they showed off the Gear S2 device. So while we're waiting for the press event to happen, let me just go ahead and put my headphones on so I can keep listening to it. So it's still going on there, but let's go ahead and look at, you know, while that's still going on, let's go ahead and check out their thing here. So I'm going to go to their website. So I'm actually supposed to be able to go to the YouTube page to watch this. So give me 1 second to bring this up really quick. So that's that. I'm looking towards trying to find them on YouTube really quick. So we're gonna do that. So whoever just joined, welcome to the live stream here. We're just currently waiting for Samsung to start their press conference. Oh, sorry, just knocked the mic there. Just give me a second here. So unpack live stream. Nope, that's not it. Just waiting here for them. Yeah, it should be starting any minute now, to be honest. The music is still going beautifully in the background. There we go. So they have it going on right here. So we're just waiting for them to start the press conference. But let's take a look at let's just go over the design. Sorry about that. Let me just go over the design that they already have announced on their website officially. So you can see this right here, guys. So it looks like they did go with the round design and everything. So so full circle stainless steel. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look bad. I mean, I have nothing really against it. I just don't like circle designs, and I've already voiced that opinion of mine here and there. And it just looks good. So it looks like they also did away with the whole, remember the charge clip that played us Gear owners before, that broke because the clips broke apart, and it looks like they're going with a different charge base. So that's good. That's definitely showing that they're forward thinking. And the design looks really good, and it looks like right here, I can just tell by the images that these bands are going to be removable. So they're also joining the whole band craze about giving customizable bands for you guys. So there's that. So that's how the inner workings look like right there. And looks like they're going to be offering a bunch of different watch faces. And this is their new interface now. And I gotta admit, it doesn't look too bad. It really does look good. You know, they see that whole round thing, that's sort of copying Apple there. Come on, guys. I actually haven't personally really looked through their website here, so I'm actually looking through it for the first time. I was just kind of waiting. So you can use the bezel apparently to operate the device. There's home and back buttons, and there's a touch screen to use, obviously. And the power. Okay, so this is alright, so they do have a nice charge base for it. So that's really cool. And look, folks, you can put a customizable leather band on this. So if anything, this attachment, what that shows me is that you can actually add your own bands to it. So that's good to know. And they've already started partnering up with a bunch of different manufacturers already. So it looks good there. Oh, sorry. Oh, excuse me. So Samsung Pay will be compatible, it looks like. And it obviously will be compatible with your phones. And wow, okay, so they got different models here. So, okay, wow, it looks like they have, all right, they're going to have 3 different Bluetooth models. So it's just going to be Bluetooth, so you don't have to pay for the 3G service or, get a SIM card like the original Gear S did. And then they'll offer one with a 3G, so you're going to have to get a micro SIM to make it work with it. So that's awesome, though. The fact that they're offering 5 different models to choose from, it's really nice. So you can get the sports active bands or you can get the leather bands and stuff. So that's not too bad. Let me see here. Okay, so they actually, wow. So apparently, it's not just going to be proprietary with just Samsung devices anymore. You actually are going to be able to connect it with a whole plethora of Android phones. So that's good, actually. So that's actually really forward-thinking of them. So this might be different from their Tizen OS. Now that I'm thinking about it, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, we're still waiting on them. I thought it was going to be starting this time now. Oh, crap. Wow. Sorry. Apparently, I missed the event. It looks like here. I was wondering why the music kept playing. So here we go. For those of you who didn't get to see it, here it is. Here's the event. I'm just going to replay it because apparently I missed it. So, holy crap. I completely lost track of time. Well, let's just go ahead and just watch it here with you guys, and we'll just go from there. That's a very interesting stage design they got going. Oh, let me put the sound on for you guys. With every turn. I personally hope that they also show off another model too.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Head of Global Marketing for the IT and Mobile Division, Young-hee Lee.
The lady that I despise at Samsung because she can't really do marketing too well.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Gear S2 showcase at Berlin's iconic temperature. Last month at our event in New York, we teased an exciting new device. You may have guessed that it was something ahead of the curve.
I was hoping it would be.
It takes bravery to stay ahead of the curve. It takes courage to bring something new to the market, even when everybody else is doing it another way. The Samsung philosophy is to push forward, embracing new adventures, and exploring the farthest frontiers of technology. 2 years ago, we introduced the first Gear, and
remember Apple, they came out earlier than you did.
A new wearable movement. We learned a lot along the way. From the start, we've known that our goal wasn't to replicate a luxury watch. We wanted to transcend that idea and bring you an advanced, smart, wearable device.
There you go. That's the way to think about it.
Part of your life.
It's not a fashion statement, Apple.
We found our inspiration in a simple, perfect shape. A circle. The symbol of wholeness, focus, revolution, and completion.
So they went with the circle.
Is intuitive. And as your body just knows instinctively, a circle is functional. With every turn, your life gets better. That's why I'm pleased to introduce to you the Gear S2.
Here we go, guys. Here, let me. Oh wow, it's a full turning bezel. Okay. That's okay. That's a little clap for me. All right.
Thank you. We created two versions for two very different types of customers. The Gear S2 for sporty, active types, and the classic version for a more timeless look.
So yeah,
Both versions are minimal.
the classic
gender
version,
neutral,
the classic
and
model is the
modern.
classic
And
modern
now,
style for
let's
people.
invite Pranav Mistry to tell you more about the Gear S2.
Okay, that's enough of that stupid
Thank you for
thing.
joining us tonight. I'm Pranav Mistry. The journey of creating Gear S2 was exciting. As Yonghi explained, the circle was our North Star in designing the Gear S2. The circle is at the center of his simple and practical design. Gear S2 is about a completely new way to interact.
Here we go.
Now you can physically rotate the bezel. It also has that gentle ticking sensation when you rotate it.
Really?
This new circular UX will remind you of turning a dial, like the volume control of a radio.
I liked
It
on
has
the
that
old watches to
tangible
click
feeling.
around the little
The
bezel
analog
thing.
feeling.
So if they really did add that, that's awesome.
When you turn the bezel, your body registers the motion. It's called muscle memory. So now, without even looking at the screen, you can rotate the bezel and you can find the app that you are looking for very quickly.
Oh.
But the circular bezel has another important advantage.
Okay.
When you use touchscreen on other smartwatches, your finger blocks the screen, blocks the content beneath. How can I read a CNN headline if my finger is in the way? With Gear S2, the circular bezel let me interact from outside of the screen. So I can turn the bezel to read long emails and scroll through without looking at the screen.
Okay, I actually can
I can
agree with
turn
that. That's actually
to
a
navigate
nice.
within
That's a nice
apps,
feature to it.
Like browsing through reviews of nearby restaurants on Yelp. I can also simply turn the bezel to scroll through the scores of NBA games that I follow. Let's say I'm using a map. So instead of using fingers to pinch and zoom on a tiny real estate of the screen, I can use the bezel to zoom in and out. This is super intuitive.
Not
It's natural.
super, but yeah, natural. There you go. That's the perfect word for it.
Now, anyone who has ever owned and loved the Android phone knows that how important that little back button is.
Yes, that's very
we have
important.
included a similar feature on Gear S2. This back button works along with the home key that you can program to open apps.
Awesome.
Or
All right,
press
so they added a
and
secondary
hold.
button function to it, so that's
for-
very
For
useful.
more options. So all of this ergonomically designed hardware, the bezel, the back and home, they work together seamlessly. For other smartwatch makers, this is always a challenge. Some say that the combination of soft taps and hard taps or itty-bitty crown will make your life easier.
That's their jab at
But
Apple.
once you turn and swipe your way around the Gear S2, you will see how much fun it is to use. You will wonder how we lived without it. Now, another thing that differentiates the Gear S2 is that it's not made out of aluminum.
Okay.
It's made out of very strong stainless steel. Also, the elastomer watch bands on the Gear S2 are interchangeable, so you can match it to your style.
Oh, there you go.
You can also swap out the leather band on the classic version because it's now compatible with any standard 20mm watch band.
So for those of you who want just a Bluetooth version but a fancy
We
fancy
brought
watch, you can just go that
our
way.
advanced display technology as well to the Gear S2.
The one thing is though, it might be heavier with
It
the
has
stainless steel.
vibrant 360 by 360 Super AMOLED circular display. And this display of Gear S2 is protected by scratch-proof, durable Gorilla Glass 3.
Scratch proof, eh? I'm gonna have to put it through my
There is
my
bound to be a watch
patented
face
durability
that will
test.
delight you. I can't wait until you turn the bezel through all the colorful and creative watch face options that our designers have created.
Okay.
And of course, we are open
Wow,
to
all right.
third-party watch faces. So you will have many more to choose from. And of course,
What the heck? Did it just skip ahead?
so when engineering and design
All right, what the-
come
all right.
together, a small miracle takes place. Mendini has brought his humor and sense of color
That was weird.
to a series of artistic watch face and band options. These are designed especially for Gear S2.
So hopefully they don't charge
We
an arm and a
are
leg for those those
Leading
guys.
the global standard when it comes to wearables. The Gear S2 can connect via 3G, Bluetooth, NFC, and Wi-Fi. It comes in two versions with two different ways to connect. As of now, the 3G version will be available in limited regions. The 3G version
So as I
is a
mentioned
standalone
before,
device.
that 3G.
No longer needs a phone in your pocket.
Yep. So that 3G, they carried
And
it
we were
over
able
from
to
the
make
original
it
Gear S, so that's
surprisingly
really
thin and
good.
light because it comes with a pre-installed eSIM. Like our Galaxy devices, Gear S2 also comes with advanced power saving mode. Let's say you completely forgot to charge your gear over the weekend. No problem. Turn on the power saving mode. You'll still be able to make calls, get notified through Bluetooth. The screen will render in grayscale, and your apps will have to wait a little longer until you get to your wireless charging dock. Yes. It charges super fast.
It's wireless charging.
We have a lot more to tell you about Gear S2.
They're really pushing that wireless charging thing.
Gear S2 is a new lifestyle. And to tell you more about that, I would like to invite Elena Cotton. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Well, so far I don't really have too many cons on it, other than the circle design. But to be honest, they didn't just make it a circle design because it's like how the old ones used to look. It's actually functional.
Thank you,
Let's see,
Pranav.
let's see what she has to say
And
here.
thank you, everyone, for that warm welcome.
Oh, here's the script reader
I'm Elena
lady.
Cotton, and I passionately believe that technology can make people's lives better. And wearables is definitely a category where we can deliver on that promise. Now, imagine, if you will, a life in which your hands are unencumbered by your belongings and the multitude of necessary objects that weigh you down. I want to show you how this wearable will work in the wild. It will help you take charge of your health, get around from place to place, manage your home and car, and help you save money.
I just had a subscriber just say, "Oh no,
Let's
not
start
this
with
lady again."
fitness. Definitely one of my goals is to stay healthy and strong so I can get every moment out of every day.
I'd like to see how they improved it.
And the
so
Gear
see.
S2 is an indispensable partner. And that's whether it's my heart rate or my activity levels. The Gear S2 can automatically recognize and record my stats.
It already did before, it's not
vital
new.
Health data in a circular 24-hour timeline.
Oh.
Green means healthy activity. Yellow means I'm taking it easy. And well, gray means let's get moving. You can rotate the bezel to get
I
more
like that.
information.
That's actually a nice
about each
improvement
code.
over the previous S Health.
So at a glance, I can see, have I been naughty or nice? It informs
Wow.
me.
The puns.
It motivates me. Now, like most of you, I work really, really hard. And this scenario is all too familiar to me. My team and I are locked in a conference room working against a deadline. When the Gear S2 sends a gentle tap to my wrist, it says inactive for almost an hour. Time to get moving. So we get up from our computers, stretch, and take a break. I suggest a cafe a few blocks away, and the Gear S2 will auto-track this walk, and I'll be encouraged along the way. Keep it up.
Oh, well.
Now, after
Okay.
the break,
Yeah, this
I
isn't
can
new.
record my coffee
Stop
intake.
talking right now, lady. Like,
I
this
can
is new
also
right
track
here.
how
This
much
isn't
water I'm
new.
drinking,
This has already
so I can keep it
existed.
balanced. Now, somehow, we hit the deadline. And then back home, I can even review my heart rate history at the end of a long and successful day.
Okay, that's different.
The Gear S2 has a series of fun and humorous health clocks that help you stay motivated,
All right.
like the Activity Sparkle setting. Now, this is performance on the leaderboard.
What the heck? Why does it
And
keep
that's for
skipping
all
like
of you
that?
competitive
Jeez.
You know who you are.
Samsung, stream better.
Best of all,
Why does it keep
the Gear S2 is
skipping?
designed for workout conditions. It's water resistant, so you don't have to worry about getting it all sweaty. Now,
We'll see how water resistant it
imagine
really
that
is.
you're on a business trip and you're trying to get to, say, the convention center. You can request an Uber taxi with the Gear S2. You simply turn the app tray, tap to open, and request a car. With every turn, the Gear S2 makes your life easier. If you'd rather
We'll
take
see
the
about
subway,
that.
that's okay. You can also tap and go with the Gear S2 as a transportation card. For now, we
Really?
have partnerships in Korea and the UK.
Well, again, for the
Once
U.S.
you get
owners,
near
not
the
yet,
convention
guys.
center, you might want to stop at the cafe for a snack. And there you can use the coupons that you've saved. With the Gear S2, you can open the FitMe app and redeem the coupons with a barcode. The barista scans the code on your wearable, and boom, just like that, you're on your way. Sometimes you might take your work to Beijing or Shanghai. There you can use Alipay.
Okay.
At last, a long day of networking and learning about
And
new
here's
products
Samsung Pay, guys.
comes to an end. You're more than ready to unwind at a local hangout with your friends and colleagues. But after you ordered drinks for everyone, you realize that you've forgotten your wallet in your hotel room. This time, not on purpose. But you're not worried because you're wearing your Gear S2. You hold down the back button to open Samsung Pay. You turn the bezel to select your credit card and tap and pay against the NFC terminal. Now, it's your friend's turn to buy the next round. During your business trip,
What was that?
and honestly, any business trip for that matter, you can't wait to get off the road. If you're like me, you install the SmartThings Hub, which honestly helps my house feel like a home.
I've never heard of this. So I'm going to have to take a look
when
at this.
I walk through the
Smart
door,
Things Hub?
everything just feels right. Soon, I'll be able to sync SmartThings with my Gear S2. For example, I can check the status of power of the locks, from the SmartThings app. And even when I'm not home, I can make sure that the internal temperature is exactly like I want it. I can also program the
Okay,
app
so instead of using your app, you
with
can
my
use your
own
watch if you like
commands,
quickly
like,
forget to
"Honey, I'm
change
home,"
something.
and "Goodbye, house." So they will automatically turn on and turn off the lights, lock or unlock the doors, just as I wish. That's not all. The Gear S2 will work with the connected car as well. Like, have you ever forgotten to lock your car or couldn't remember where it was parked? I guess that's just me. But the Gear S2 will help you solve these problems by letting you lock, check your locks,
With
control
compatible vehicles,
on
obviously.
your car from your wrist, which is amazing.
It is a
An
nice
app
feature,
will
though.
show you where your car is located, turn on the air conditioner before you get there, and if you have an electric car, start and stop the charging of its battery.
Yeah, she's I think failing to mention that you're going to need a 3G service to do that. Well, you base it off your phone too, but
possibilities for businesses and industries like healthcare, hospitality, retail, and more. For example, we're talking to global airports and airlines about using wearables to coordinate staff and workflow. And I have to tell you,
that's interesting.
our ecosystem is strong. We are aligning with major corporate players in commerce, social media, news, fitness, travel, and more, so that the Gear S2 can become a seamless, convenient part of your life.
Now, many of you might not recognize some of
Now,
these companies
the
because they're
lifestyle
either
that I just
Asian or
painted for
global
you
companies that aren't
just
really
a
familiar in the
fantasy.
United States.
It's right around the corner. You'll find that the Gear S2 becomes your tool of first response. And when you want to handle more complicated matters, you'll go to your phone. You know, it reminds me of how we check our phones first and then handle any real work on the computer.
That's actually a point that I brought up in a lot of my reviews.
As the next evolution in your mobile life.
Because it is a quick interaction,
and it keeps
guys.
getting better with every turn. Thank you, everyone. And please
Is that their
join me in
catchphrase, to every
welcoming
turn?
Young Lee back to the stage.
I don't want this lady to come back up again. Oh man, whatever. But quickly during that transition, they keep doing the same thing. But Blazing Geek just asked on the live stream if I think that they're gonna bring a lot of these features to the Gear S. I think a lot of them aren't gonna make it
So,
because they're heavily
did you
reliant on that
enjoy the
bezel
Gear S2
feature.
showcase?
Did she change clothes? What the heck?
Many of you are probably wondering, when can you get one?
Not really, but okay.
Starting from October, the very first Gear S2 will be available to the public. We believe that the Gear S2 will become an intimate extension of your digital life.
Okay.
Whether it's controlling your smart home or your connected car, or simply giving you house stats at a glance. It's a category that's rapidly advancing, and Samsung is leading the way. But we humbly know that we can't do it alone. Together, we can remove barriers. That's why the Gear S2 is compatible with the other Android devices.
And so, yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning of the live stream. That's very smart of them because a lot of people wanted the
Of
original
course.
Gear S's, but
All
they
of
couldn't
these
use it
features
with their
do
phones.
work
So
better
this may
when you
actually
use
make a
it
lot of people
with
happy.
one of the latest Galaxy phones. At Samsung, we have a lot of things to connect and the smarts to pull it up. In the spirit of boldness, we are planning yet another adventure.
But,
Here's a little glimpse of what we mean.
oh, come on. Don't do another teaser crap thing again. Just say it. And baby VR. What is this? What the? That's like the Oculus logo. Oh wait, oh, it's a tab. Whoa. All right. A little Surface Pro knockoff, anybody?
A whole new mobile viewing experience for a new generation.
All
We'll
right.
give you a closer look in October.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Before you
We had
leave,
every month
be
they're
sure
going to
check
announce a new
out
product,
Our
guys.
exciting experience zones to learn more about how the Gear S2 makes your life better with every turn. And that's it for my presentation.
What?
Thank you for your kind attention.
Is that it? Nothing about the battery or anything like that?
Cue!
That was cheesy. All right. Hold on. I'm going to give it a little bit. This has got to be Is this the end? Was that the end of...
Ladies and gentlemen, the product experience is now open.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Please stop by the
Oh, okay, the product experience center is in the middle there and everything. All right, well, let's go ahead and end it there.
This is your chance to enjoy the product experience zone in the
So
lower
let's.
level.
I'm just go ahead and mute. I'm just going to mute this here. All right. Let me just shut this off here. All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead and whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Whoa. Let me just switch off to a full screen mode here for you guys. All right. Let me just take this off. So I'm going to record this part right here for just for the purposes of I'm gonna just give my thoughts on the device really quickly here, and then I'm gonna post this video, this part of the video at least, for other people to watch. So this might be a repeat for some of you, but let me. I have a few people on the live stream right now, so let me just go ahead and see what their questions said really quick. So the comment earlier about whether we might see some of these functions and functionalities in the Gear S, I don't believe we won't, because they designed a whole entire new UI interface based around the circle bezel. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll get that. So there's that. But let me go ahead and talk about the device. So I'm gonna do a re-intro, guys. So for those of you joining the live stream, just forgive me. I had to segment my videos out so people can enjoy them later on here. So let's just do that. So ready, 3, 2, 1. Well, the press conference just ended. And then so they just talked everything about the Gear S2. If anything, everything that they talked about was actually on their website. So if you actually already went on their website and looked over the device, you pretty much know everything about the device that they talked about. But let's go ahead and discuss my reactions and my thoughts on the device. So I already had a lot of people on the live stream. A couple of you have already said that you guys don't like the design. I personally don't either. I'm just in general not a fan of the circle design. So let's just say that now. That's what they went with. The new Gear S2 line is purely just circle designs. They went away with the rectangular screens. But the thing is, the way I'm looking at it is they did that to make way to get the bezel functionality out of it. So and with the bezel, if for those of you who don't know what it is, on like old watches, the chronograph watches, you could actually turn the bezel around to. I never really used it for any reason. It was like a compass they can just dial around, and it clicked around. And so it looks like they designed it around that. So they didn't just simply make so I gotta give them this. They didn't simply just make a circle design for the purposes of making it circular. They actually added a functionality to it. And after seeing it live and seeing the demos happen, I can actually agree with them on that aspect, because you can't really have a round bezel on the Gear S2. And a lot of the things that they were talking about, the whole interactions with the device using your touchscreen, it works and everything. And even the little crown, the little jab at Apple, using that to zoom in and out, it's still a it's not a learned function that we're used with, especially for people who've already worn watches. It's not the way a lot of people use it. And I can see how using the circle bezel would be easier. And I personally think, okay, like it will work. I agree with it. Do I still agree with the design language? No. And I already have a lot of people already continuing to say that they prefer the square Gear S, because to be honest, I think this looks better still. And I think a lot of you will agree with me. This looks a lot better. It looks more modern. It looks more futuristic than the circle design. The circle design it's still fitting the whole old school classic way of looking. I mean, the fact that they called the Gear S2 Classic that name, you know, it just shows you what that design language really speaks to. But once again, I'll give them credit for not, even though they went with that direction, they added functionality to it. So it's okay. But other things I want to talk about too is it looks like they've, at least, I gotta give them credit too, they've doubled down on the app development. So it looks like they're offering a lot more watch faces than they did with the first Gear S and the previous Gear devices. They have a lot more app developers and a lot more major companies on board with their device and everything. So that is good to see. But even with all that support and with that increased development community, hopefully that they market this device well. I mean, to be honest, I still prefer this watch over the Apple Watch. And if we're talking circular designs, I actually like this over the Urbane, the Moto 360, and even the new Moto 360 and the HTC. Yes, they've all started adding the 3G functionality to it, but this new watch actually, you know, continues that trend from the last Gear S. But as well as they make it built-in, so you guys don't have to worry about removing the SIM card or anything like that, or making sure it's working. It's going to come with a compatible SIM card that you just pretty much simply call your provider, and it works. So that I'm going to give them that credit. Another thing they talked about, which was a lot of complaints that I received on my channel about the Gear S, is that it wasn't compatible with a lot of Android devices out there. And a lot of people pretty much were questioning why the hell would they do that. And a lot of people want to get the Gear S, but they didn't have a Samsung phone, so they felt restricted. But now they announced that the new Gear S2 will be compatible with the other Android phones. I mean, there's a whole compatibility list on their website and everything, but that's a good sign. That I'm kind of confused to see if whether this is actually an Android wear or a Tizen OS. I gotta look up that. But I'm glad that they opened it up, because then now anyone can get this watch. And I'm actually secretly hoping that they did this, that the update is going to be similar with the normal Gear S, the Gear 2, Gear 2 Neo, and Gear Fit. Because I don't know, I didn't see the pricing of these devices, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people still won't want to drop that much money on the newer tech. If anything, they might be perfectly happy with the original Gear 2 or the Gear S. So making those compatible with the other Android phones will be a big plus on their end. And if anything, if they allow that, you pretty much have a huge line of smartwatches to choose from Samsung. And I'll put it this way, the Gear S2 is still going to be a relevant watch in my opinion, because it's still better than the other ones out there. But I know I'm gonna go back and forth on this, because this is just literally a raw reaction. I'm reacting this live, so people are seeing this, and I'm just, you know, so this is non-scripted, guys. So please don't troll me about this not being scripted. But I'm going to talk about the materials too. So they made it non-aluminum, but they made it a stainless steel, a strong stainless steel, according to them. So it looks like I really want to see that. I just hope that it's not too heavy. What metal means, metal compared to the hard plastics, it's going to be heavier. So I'm hoping it's not too heavy, because what I liked about the Gear S, it's light. I rarely feel it all the time. So hopefully we'll go ahead and do that. So I just got a live comment here. Hello, PX Tech. I feel really bad for you, because it feels you quit your job to be a full-time YouTube or what, and you don't get much reviews, and your whole life is basically a failure. Well, good for you, buddy. Well, thanks for coming on and saying that. Wow, you took your time to do that. Congratulations. You can go on with the rest of your life, buddy. No, but seriously, let's see. Let me see another comment here. Well, no pricing means too damn expensive. That might be true. Sebastian, they should do this to make designs similar to bracelet with square screen and bigger battery built in the bracelet. Well, hopefully the built-in battery is really good, I think. I mean, hopefully it lasts long. Sorry, that comment really threw me off all of a sudden. Well, pretty much put it this way, dude. I bet you're the guy leaving me the thumbs down on my videos. Well, wow. Well, oh man. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. This guy, Lucas Kiewicz. Sorry, but I actually love you, studios. I hope you put. What are you trying to say, dude? Are you calling me a failure, or what are you trying to do here? You're interrupting my live stream for some stupid comment. You know, if you actually follow my videos, you would realize that I've just opened up a new business, and my hours have been pouring into this to make sure the business runs well. And if you haven't noticed, I'm slowly getting back into posting videos for everyone. So, you know, thank you very much for actually following my videos and understanding what I've been going through here. So, I will be posting more. Jeez. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. This is live. This is raw. We're doing it live. This is what's happening. But overall, guys, forget it. I'm actually personally thinking that this watch is not a backward step as I originally thought it was. It is definitely moving forward, I think. If you looked at it, I like the fact that they're offering a classic for those people who want a classic design. If anything, this watch is really catering to a lot more people, because not only is it catering to more Android users, but the people who want to get better bands, people who want to get different bands, as well as the sports people. So they offer the one with the sports band. So hopefully, you know, these hopefully the bands aren't as expensive as I'm thinking they're going to be, because it looks like they talked about designer bands and everything. So, you know what, guys, overall, I think that they're going to be offering a lot more customization options than Apple will be, as you know, at the same time the other companies are, and hopefully at a better competitive price. So I'm hoping price-wise, they haven't officially announced this, so my goal is if the 3G model is priced at around $300, I think that's a good price for it. As for the Bluetooth version, I think it should be anywhere between $200 to $250. It shouldn't be any more than that, in my opinion. And on top of that, I hope that they continue the trend of putting in built-in memory. I don't think they discussed that at all, so hopefully that they added it in. But overall, guys, I think I discussed this during my podcast. It may not be to my liking. I don't really like the design, but I can kind of see the usefulness of using that bezel. So I will go ahead and start. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait. Someone's just commented here. I would say it's more of a step backwards. With Gear S, they went far in the future, but now they're on the same level like Moto and the other Circle watches. I sort of agree with you there. In design language, I feel like they went backwards. But in terms of, at least when they went to the circular design, they didn't just make it I'm hoping this isn't it, but they didn't just make it a circle design for the sheer fact that the other companies were doing it. They made a circle design with the intention of putting in that circle bezel. Because to be honest, I like that I like the functionality of that circle bezel. I actually kind of wish that now that I saw the use of it, kind of wish the Gear S has something similar, and they could do it, something that goes around square design. That would have been cool. But at the end of the day, I think I will pick it up. Just for the sheer fact, it's still significantly better than the Apple Watch, in my opinion. It does look boring, Blazing Geek. I completely agree with you there. It looks a bit boring. It looks like old tech. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to pick it up, try it out for a week. If we don't like it, we just go ahead and return it. You know, that's the beauty of return policies these days. So I am going to give it a try. And if I end up liking it, which I'm still hoping, I said this during my live podcast that I will give away my Samsung Gear S, the watch that really, the watch that really started off this channel. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, and remember, I gave two conditions. If I like the Gear S2 and we reach over 9,000 subscribers, for my 9,000 subscriber giveaway, I will give away my Gear S. So I did a Gear S giveaway earlier this year, if you guys remember, and a lady in I think the Netherlands won. And so this time around, I'm gonna give it. What do you mean? Whoa! Someone's saying, "Don't do it." I hope we all have the new app on our Gear S. Don't do it. But Brian Dubos, once again, I have to like the Gear S2. I am going to be very strict on the device. I have a lot of criteria in my mind that I want it to pass. So if it doesn't pass all those, I'm simply just going to return it, because I'm actually pretty strapped on cash, on my opinion. So we'll have to wait on that. And if anything, too, I don't think we're going to hit 9,000 subscribers anytime soon. So we'll do that. Andrew, that tells a lot. that tells you a lot. Your Gear S started it all. Don't give it away. I think I might get it only because it's a standalone. Well, Leonard, the Gear S is a standalone device too, man. I use mine away from home all the time. My opinion on the watch is I don't think Samsung should have made a round watch. I think the Moto 60 was original and pure. Let me see here. Well, no, because the Moto 360 was a circle for a gimmick, in my opinion, and it really didn't have any functionality, to be honest. So, I mean, this is the first round watch that really actually adds a functionality to the circle screen. It wasn't just because of show or it looked classic. They actually added a real functionality to the circle. So I think that's the emphasis that they're putting on this new UI interface. But on top of that, I really hope that they still release more app support and a new UI for the original Gear S, because it needs it. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with it because it does all the basic things I need just fine. And you guys watch all my reviews on it. I love this thing. But for the other people out there who are still on the fence about these devices, now they have two legitimate devices they can choose from. The original classic Gear S or the Gear S2 now. And so if they're going to leave it that way, I really hope that they continue to support the new Gear S. I mean, the old Gear S. That's what I meant. And why don't they put a camera? I don't know. They have the real estate. I don't know why they didn't. But hey, you know what, guys? That's what the Gear 2 is for. The Gear 2 is still an expensive watch because it's still a beast of a watch, guys. So if you guys don't really realize, a lot of the tech that they put out there, the Gear 2, Gear 2 Neo, and even the Gear Fit and the Gear S, they're all still relevant to this date, even 2 years later, because they made a really good quality product. So you may actually want to consider getting one of those back. So we'll do that. And so before I go off chatting away, off tangentially, I'm going to just bring it back home. Yes, when I get the Gear S2, I will do a tech durability test only if I feel like it can survive it. Because when I get it, because I'll put it this way, when I got the Urbane, I wanted to do the same thing, but I didn't want to because I didn't feel comfortable doing it. Yes, the metal design is strong and everything, but metal gets scratched up a lot easier than the hard plastic does. It can crack. There can be a lot more blemishes on the top. It impacts a lot harder. And so I didn't feel comfortable doing it. So when I get the device, I will wear it for a solid week and a half, and just see how it feels. Because at the end of the day, I may feel like it's not worth doing the durability test because I don't feel like it can survive it. At the same time, I won't be doing those tests if I have the intention of returning it. So I can't return it in horrible conditions. I gotta make sure it works when I return the device to whichever company I get. But I'm hoping for the best, guys. We'll see. So I'm going to be holding off upgrading my phone. I will wait for this watch to come out. I'll test it out. We'll see how it goes, and then if you guys see more featured videos on it, you'll see if I liked it. And just look out if I'm actually going to give away my Gear S here. So we'll say here. So we'll see, guys. What do you guys think? I'm going to end it right here, guys. So do you guys like the device? This is both for the live commenters as well as the people watching this post. Did you guys like this device? What do you guys think of it? Do you like the circle design? Do you not like it? Do you actually like the bezel functionality that they added? For those of you who have non-Samsung phones, are you happy that Samsung is finally coming to your way and finally giving you guys connectivity for the devices? So I just want to hear you guys' overall thought. And number two, do you think, let's start taking bets on the comment boards. So this is this cutout portion. Do you think I might end up liking the Gear S2, or do you think that I won't like it? On top of that, do you think I will end up thinking that the Gear S2 will be durable enough to survive my patented durability test? Chocolate syrup, rocks, screwdrivers, knives, dryer machines, 2-story drop. Do you think it will survive all that? Because I didn't feel like the Urbane or any of them would, because of just how sturdy the watch was. The Gear S, man, here, we're doing it live again. Do it live. I feel comfortable throwing it. I don't mind throwing my watch around. Look, I'll throw it again. Look, this thing can take a beating, folks. And there's a reason why I love this thing so much. So we'll just see. We'll just have to wait and see. I know everyone is torn kind of down the middle on this device, so we'll just have to wait and see for that. So for those of you who joined the live stream to watch my, just live reaction and just watching the press event together, thank you for tuning in, guys. For those of you who joined me afterwards to just hear my thoughts on it, thank you so much. And for those of you watching the edited clip version of this, thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So please don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because this channel will start ramping up really soon with different types of videos, and I hope you guys like them. So until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. And we're going to end broadcast there. Whoop.